Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Natasha, and my proposed research title is Antibacterial, Antioxidant, and Phytochemical Constituent of Curcuma longa leaf extracts against oral pathogens. Research background. Pathogenic bacterial, fungal, and microbial strains are the primary source of life-threatening infections in impoverished nations, which result in mortality and morbidity in immune-compromised individuals. According to estimates, primary and permanent dental caries affect over 44% of the world's population. Problem statement. Caries is a significant public health issue despite being a highly avoidable disease and has decreased in most industrialized countries in recent years. The most effective chemotherapy drugs now available against the most carcinogenic bacterium, Streptococcus mutans, is chlorhexidines. Nevertheless, patients are unable to utilize it due to the oral adverse effects such as burning sensation, dry mouth, altered taste sensations, discolored or coated tongue, and the swelling of the parotid gland. Most antibacterial drugs, nevertheless, can encourage the development of resistant bacterial strains. In response to this occurrence, current therapeutic research must examine naturally accessible drugs that are safe for humans, particularly for dental caries, as their side effects are minor. Furthermore, most studies related to turmeric solely examine the function and the content of the turmeric rhizome itself. Research employing turmeric byproducts such as leaf to decode its characteristics and functions are scarce. Significance of study. To discover potentially new antibacterial applications from the Curcuma longa leaf that have the ability to combat oral disease. Second, to maximize the utilization of Curcuma longa byproduct, which otherwise can cause pollution due to improper disposal, such as open burning. Objective of study. First, to determine the phytochemical constituent of Curcuma longa leaf extract. Second, to evaluate antibacterial activities of Curcuma leaf extracts and its synergistic effect with commercial antibiotics against oral pathogens. Third, to investigate antioxidant activity of Curcuma longa leaf extract. Antibacterial resistance. The documented rise in antibiotic resistance is caused by overuse, abuse, and misuse of antibiotics. Between 2000 and 2010, the global usage of antibiotics increased by about 40%, and each year, antimicrobial resistant diseases alone cause at least 50,000 fatalities in the US and Europe. Medicinal plant as alternatives. In addition to having substantial direct toxicities and side effects, antibiotic risk predisposing patients to superinfections. Unfortunately, antibiotics frequently result in drug interactions that can alter the levels of other prescribed drugs to risk of suffering significant harm, resulting in severe issues. It has historically been known that plants have therapeutic properties. These plants produce readily accessible, economical, safe, and therapeutic drugs that seldom comes with detrimental effects. In developing countries, approximately 80% of people use traditional medicine because of its affordability and cultural acceptability. Antibacterial. The findings of current study shows that on varying concentrations of leaf extract, curcuma display antioxidant and antibacterial activities. It was discovered that the extract increased macrophages phagocytic activity against yeast cells. But out of all the curcuma species, Curcuma longa has been shown to have the best activity. In Curcuma longa, 100% concentration of leaf extract shows maximum activity with maximum zone of inhibition of 14.95 mm between the 10th to the 12th hours of incubation. Although 75% concentration is having a mild effect as 12.11 mm zone of inhibition. Antioxidant. One of the most used methods for assessing the free radical scavenging capacity of plant products is the DPPH free radical scavenging activity test. By donating hydrogen atoms, the antioxidant neutralizes the DPPH radical, creating a non-radical state with a yellow hue. According to Akhtar et al., RD had the best scavenging activity and the lowest IC50, which is 26.5 gram per milliliter, which did not differ substantially from the IC50 value of the common antioxidant Trolloc, which is 23.2 gram per milliliter. These are the other biological properties of Curcuma longa, which include curcumin with anti-HIV properties, where it blocks HIV-1 transcription, particularly tight-activated HIV-1 transcription. Second, AR-tumeron act as anti-venom, where it neutralizes both the hemorrhagic activity and the lethal effects of venom in mice. There are 7 steps into this methodology, which start with sample collection using 10% sodium hypochlorite, drying and grinding into fine powder. Second, sample extraction using 4:1 methanol chloroform, vortexing and sonicating. Third, phytochemical screening including alkaloids test, saponins test, phenolic and tannins test, and steroids test. Fourth, diffusion assay to determine the antibacterial activity and synergistic effect of plant extract with commercial antibiotic, kanamycin, vancomycin, and novobiacin to determine the zone of inhibition. Fifth, minimum inhibitory concentration and minimum bactericidal concentration to determine the MIC and the MVC value. Sixth, DPPH scavenging assay using ascorbic acid as standard. And lastly, statistical analysis using statistical package for social science SPSS and analysis of variance ANOVA using one-way test. As for the expected result, first, this diffusion, largest zone of inhibition. Second, minimum inhibitory concentration and minimum bactericidal concentration. Lowest MIC and MBC value is preferred. Third, DPPH scavenging activity assay. Highest inhibition percentage is preferred. And that is all from my presentation today. My name is Natasha, and thank you very much.